Okay, let's go through some questions on math test 16, 10 to 11. Question number 2. Question number 2. Let's have Talha join me on question number 2, please. Chelsea.
Chelsea has 1.5 kilograms of sugar. She divides it into equal parts that each weigh 75 grams. How many piles of sugar can Chelsea make?
So what do you realize about the question first of all? You have different units. You got kilograms in the beginning and grams over here. So what should we do with the kilograms?
Yeah, times them by 1,000.
So you times them by 1,000, and that changes them into what?
1,500.
That changes them into grams, so then the units match. So 1.5, 1,500 grams. Now it says here, what's the key word here?
Divides it.
Divides it. So 1,500 divides by 75. They're both grams. We don't need to put the grams in there. Now let's do a quick one here. Let's have a look. So you got 75. How many times does 75 go into 150?
2.
So what you got left over on the top?
20.
There you go. There's the answer. 20. You get 20 piles of sugar. Done. Question number 3. Read that off for me, please, Talha. Starting from here.
The ages of Mr. Man's 6 grandchildren are 13, 10, 6, 3, 3, and 1. What is the mean age of Mr. Man's grandchildren? Circle the correct option. Is it C?
So question number 3, is the answer C? Yes, the answer is C, but that doesn't really teach us anything, but you just tell you the answer is. So what is the word? How do you work out the mean?
Mean, you have to add all the numbers up and divide it by the value. So
sorry, we also got 1 as well. So you got 13, add 10, add 6, add 3, add 3, add 1, divided by 6. That will give us the mean. So what do all the ages add up to?
36.
And you divide it by 6 children. So 36 divided by 6 is?
6.
That's why the answer is 6. Okay. Question number, next one. Question number 5. Talha, that's yours as well, because these are ones that you gone.
What is the size of angle X? The diagram is not drawn accurately.
So what do the angles at a point on a straight line add up to?
Add up to 180.
Excellent.
And
so we do 180 minus the 133. That gives us an answer of?
47.
Done. Okay, lovely. Let's move on to the next type of questions that we need to help on. Question number 7. Let's have Iman, please join me on this one.
Below is a coordinate grid. The units are in centimeters. The line L is a parallel to the line S and goes to point T. What are the coordinates of the point where line meets the y-axis?
Okay, so first of all, I think what we might want to do is work out. Let's have a look. What is this point here? What is it? What's the value of it? The red point?
The red point, the value of it is 2.
2, okay. What's the value of this point here? Because we need to move the whole graph up. So we need to know what's happening on this particular graph.
6.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 across and 4 and that's going to be 6, and that's going to be, well, how much?
5.
5. Now, how do you get from this number to this number? That number is
10.
10. Okay. So we need to move everything up by how much? How much are we shifting everything up by?
5.
By 5. So if we shift the line up from 5, where will it go to?
It will go to 7.
7. So the coordinates for that point there is 0 along the x and 7 along the y, and that's what's happening. So you got to do a few little bit of working out on the grid to see exactly what's happening. The coordinate has moved up by 5. So this jump here is plus 5. So similarly, you're going to have 2, and you're going to add 5. That's going to give you 7. And that's done. Question number 8, read for me, please.
A horizontal line and a vertical line are drawn through point T. What is the area of the triangle formed by these two lines and line S?
Okay, so a horizontal line and a vertical line are drawn through the point T. What is the triangle formed by these two lines and line S? Horizontal line through point 3. Okay, let's draw a horizontal line through point T. Okay, that's a horizontal line through point T. Next, what else? And then it says a vertical line through T. Vertical means straight. Okay, there you go. So that's our horizontal line. That is our vertical line. And they say here, blah, 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 blah. What is a triangle formed by these two lines and line S? So between these two lines and line S. So between this line, these two lines and line S. Oh, looks like they're talking about this triangle here. So it's going to have the black line in it and the two pink lines, and that gives you that little. Okay, right. So we need to know the measurements of that shape there. So we're going from 6 here to this 9. What's that going to be? 4, 8, 12. What's that going to be? 16? So there we go. So if you go from 6 to 16, what is the distance?
The distance is 10.
Beautiful. If you go from 10 to, what was it, 5? From 10 to 5, what's the distance?
5.
5. Lovely. There you go. So you got to do some kind of measuring, like according to using the scale. So there you go. There's the triangle that I've just pulled out. Okay. So horizontal line and vertical line are drawn through point T, blah, blah, blah. Okay, next one is the area. Right. Iman, how do I work out the area of the triangle, the green triangle? How do I do that?
Length times width.
Okay, are you sure that's the formula for the area of a triangle?
Length times width.
Are you sure that's the area of a triangle?
The base times height
And what's the rest of the formula?
times 2 divided by 2.
Yeah, you can't give me the answer in installments like you're paying off a car monthly. Yeah, you give me half the formula, miss half the formula out. Have you just done area of triangles recently?
Yeah.
And you can't remember the formula. That's excellent. Okay. So we have the base is 5, the height is 10, 5 times by 10 is?
50.
And 50 divided by 2 is?
25. The answer is 25 centimeters.
Squared. Done. That's question number 8, which was a few of you got stuck on. Okay, question number 9. Let's have Mr. Yahya, please.
Hallie is thinking of a number. She doubles it, adds 4, and then doubles it again. She ends up with 44. What number did Callie start with?
So Callie thinks of a number Okay, so she thinks of a number which we don't know which was she's thinking of. And what does she do next? She doubles it. Okay, what does she do after that?
She adds 4.
Then she adds 4, and then what does she do again? Next?
Doubles it again.
Okay, right, so I've missed something out. Give me a second. Let me put that. I've missed something out. Okay, so, and then she doubles it again. And then what's the answer?
44.
The answer is 44. So we write down a function machine for question number 9. Now what do we do now? How do we go back and work out what's the missing green number? What do we have to do? Yeah, here.
So we're going to divide it by 2, take away 4, divide it by 2 again. And that should give us our answer.
So what are you doing to the machine? You are doing what to it?
Doing the opposite.
You're doing the opposite. Excellent. You're reversing the machine, and that will give us our number. So 44, if you divide it by 2, what does that give us?
22.
22 minus 4 gives us?
18.
18 divided by 2 gives us?
9.
That's the answer. Done. Well done, Yahya. Excellente. Beautiful and yummy. Mm-hmm. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. Okay, that's better. Okay, question number 10. All right, thank you for that. Let's have Sarah, please. Join me number 10.
A rectangular garden has width xm. Its length is 5 meters more than its width, as shown, and its area is 126 meters squared.
Okay, and then what's the question saying?
Which equation shows this information? Circle the correct option.
Okay, so let's have a look at what they're asking us to consider. So what's the key word here?
Area.
Area. Now, when you're thinking about area of a rectangle, what are you thinking about?
Area is equal to length times width.
Okay, lovely. That's the correct formula for the area of a rectangle. So what is the area?
The area is 126 meters squared.
Okay, and then what is the length?
The length is x plus 5.
And what is the width?
X.
So there you go. So they mentioned area is this. They're giving us a length, they're giving us a width, and that's how they're all connected together. So which one of those is the correct answer? A, B, C, D, or E?
A.
A. So all they've done here, they put the X next to the brackets, which is, I could write it in the same way. I could take the times, I don't need times there. And I could put the 126 on the other side. It's identical. So that's the correct answer. It's definitely, absolutely, most certainly, A is the answer. Area equals the length times by the width, and it can be written like that in a different orientation rather than at the end. It can be written at the front. It's done. Okay, thank you for that. Question number 11. Let's have Sarah, you carry on with number 11 too, please.
There are 240 squirrels in a wood. A third of them are not grey. Of those that aren't grey, 15% are black. How many black squirrels are there in the wood?
Okay, so first of all, it says a third of them are not gray. So 2/3 are gray, 1/3 is
Black.
Not gray.
They're not grey.
Okay, excellent. Because of those that aren't gray, 15% are black. So I think we need to be concerned about how many are not gray. So we need to work out 1/3 of 240. How do we work out 1/3 of 240?
3 goes into 3 once.
So 1/3 of means times. So we change it into a multiplication question.
3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 240 80 times.
So how many squirrels are not gray?
80.
This says here, because of those that aren't gray, which is 80, 15% are black. So now we need to work out 15% of 80. How do we do that?
You write 15% is also equal to 15 over 100. So you write down 15 over 100. Of means times, and 8 times 80, which 80 over 1, which is equal to, you can cancel the zeros, and 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 2 goes into 8 4 times.
So you divide the 15 by 5, that gives you 3. You divide the 10 by 5, that gives you 2. Is that right?
I did it 10 and 8.
Okay, you could do it. Yes, you can do it either way. I'm going to do now a third color. So divide that by 2 and divide that by 2. So yes, you can do it you can do it in any order, the cancelling. So I've done mine slightly different order than yours, but we should all get the same answer.
3 times 4 is 12.
Okay, why is the hands up? Hands on. What's up? Where's those hands gone? Those message and hands are up. Okay. Right, where's those participants? Okay, 3 times by 4 is
12. And 12 divided by 1 is 12.
It's still 12. Okay, right. Give me 1 second. I don't know everybody's. Where's the control panel gone? Okay, lovely. That's that. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Give me a second. Where is the participants? There they are. Yeah, yes, Aisha, you got a question, Aisha? Okay, there's 2 hands up. Folks, you got a question? No, good. Okay. Question number 12. Question number 12. Let's have Mr. Ibrahim. So Ibrahim, you got only questions number 7 and 8 wrong.
Yes.
Okay. You got the question that we just done. You got that one right. 12.
Yes.
You got number 10 right. The algebra.
Yes.
Did you guess them?
No.
You worked it out.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get question number 9 right?
Yes.
And you worked it out. Did you work it out by that?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
wanted to like some different, but like it was like the same.
okay. So you only got number 7, number 8 wrong. You got everything else right.
Yes.
You got the question 2 and 3 right.
Yes.
Okay. Did you do work it out for these questions?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Question number 12, yours, Mr. Rizwan. Give me a second. Let me put the recording back on. Okay. Question number 12, please go.
John has a bag of sweets. Has a bag of 25 sweets. 1/5 of which are cherry. He picked a cherry sweet out of the bag and eats it. What fraction of the remaining sweets are cherry? Circle the correct option.
Okay, so what do you do for this question?
You do 1/5 times by 25.
Which is equal to
5.
so how many sweets are cherry?
5.
Okay, he eats one of the cherry sweets. So how many cherry sweets we have left over?
4.
Okay. So he goes here now. What fraction of the remaining sweets are cherry? Circle the correct option. So how do you do the second part of the question? So we know that there's 5 cherry sweets. He's eaten 1. There's 4 left. So finish
Then
question
you do when you got the answer that that altogether he has 4 cherries. You do 4 divided by 24 because now he has 24 sweets altogether. When you divide 4 to 24, you get the answer 6, which is basically 1/6.
Fantastic. That's how we do it.